Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Our Space. My name is Claire Mika George, but today I'm going to be introducing myself as Fat Claire. And with me I have
Fat Angel.
And today we're going to be talking about body shaming in general in school, like between aunties, parents, like different people, just body shaming in general. Because I think if there's anybody that's in the right place to talk about it, it's gonna be us. It's definitely gonna be us. So Angel, can you tell us about yourself?
Okay, so my name is Angel, and well, I'm fat.
So we're gonna start by talking about like how you get body shamed in school by teachers, by your friends, by the people serving lunch, by like as long as you're fat, you are everybody's problem. I swear, like people are always like, you know, if you lost some weight, you'll be so fine. I'm like,
don't you remember in that party that we went to, like when I came to your house with Karen, and there was this boy. He said, "Oh, you know Patrick, Abby? Patrick, that's black."
Imagine. Look at who wants to talk.
Just like, if you lost some weight, you know you'd be so fine. I said, come and fix it for me.
Come and fix it for me. You know, like there was somebody that would always send me workouts every morning. Is that not? And I meet up, you saying, "Oh, thank you for my workout." Can you imagine? Like when I think about it now, I'm like, how did you stoop so low, Claire? How did you let that happen to you? How did you let that slide? Somebody is sending me workouts every morning. Me too. Okay, this is my workout for the. Are you kidding? That was and the funny thing is, like, you know, when you look back at some of your old pictures, you weren't even big, and you're like, and everybody around me made me feel like I was so big.
Because like, let me just go back to there's this point, like some of my family. I will not mention names because I love her. I love her in my heart. I completely love her. But I think I was like 11 or 12 at the time. This girl, she just stood behind me and we were dressing up. We wanted to go out because it was Christmas around that period. She just looked at me. She said, "You know, if someone looked at you from the back, they would think you're a boy." I said, "Jeez."
I really want to know her thought process. Like, why? How did that come?
Was I supposed to laugh?
Did you? Was I supposed? Oh my God, you're so funny, right? I look like a man. Like, how did she even come up with that? But then, even in school, especially in school, your friends, people you think they're your friends. I feel like it's just because maybe their parents, maybe like the people around them have made it so. Like if somebody is fat, like it's completely bad. Like I was talking to someone and they were like, "Oh, you know, like fat is an insult because like ugly and fat, they're both adjectives." I'm like, how will you relate ugly and I don't know, people just do the most. Like there was this girl, she had like a whole scandal. Like she was like, I think a hair influencer, so she had a whole scandal. She posted a picture and people were like comparing her to a hippo. Like they put a hippo, and I'm like, are you kidding? If I were the one, I would have laughed. Like I would have just been laughing at it. Like although it would make me feel bad, but I would just laugh. Fake it till you make it, jigget. But then some people are not that strong. So the fact that people just
do that and they feel like it's normal.
If they feel like it's so normal,
fat
exactly.
People should be the butt of the joke.
People should. You know that Fat Funny Friends song?
Yes.
It's so relatable. Even on Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, everywhere are always they're always the funny ones. They're always the ones that like there must always be a scene of them eating everything or
not wearing clothes.
Or not wearing clothes just to laugh. Oh my God, this person is fat. So funny. Or even let's say like at a party, like all these children parties, the clown will always have something in their tummy or something. Like, why is that a joke? Like, why? I don't know. I don't think it makes sense.
There's this horrible assumption, like people always link being fat to being unhealthy. It's not unhealthy.
Right? It could just be genetics. Like, it could just be genetics.
Naturally just be fat, and people will be like, if you keep on adding weight, you just die.
You just die.
Why do you go so far?
You have heart problems. Like, of course, there's times when you need to like check it out. But then at the same time,
being slim can also be the same.
Being
unhealthy.
Exactly, you can have
being our size right now. We could also be unhealthy.
Exactly.
People are big.
They're like,
say you're going to die.
Exactly.
I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Do you breathe well? Do you have? I'm like, you don't care. You're just trying to make fun of me. Like, you're just trying to make fun of me. Like, there was this time that I think I was like 10 or 11. There was this person that would always come to visit, and then they would be like, you're so fat. I see your face. You're so fat. And I had just cut my hair, like done the big chop. So I think the fact that my head was looking small, my whole body was now looking bigger than it was. She now kept on pointing at me. You know you're so fat. You know you're so big. And I kept on like trying to explain myself that no, she said shut up. That you're so fat. That won't you try to? I'm like,
it's not that
going too far. Do you get? Even if I have some body on me, like, doesn't mean is it really your problem? Must you try to fix it? Like, everybody just always wants to fix. You must.
It's not even about fixing. It makes them feel better.
Yeah, it makes them feel better. Like, how this person. Even there was this time when I was in, I think, year 8. There was one of our classmates. I'll say, I don't want to mention names. So this particular classmate, I was coming into the class, and he was like, "Did you do your workout today? Did you remember to do your work in front of the whole class?" And I'm like, what exactly are you trying to point out? Even one of our teachers, a certain teacher, told me that this holiday that I should eat a lot of apples, that is to help my waist get smaller. And I'm like, there's so many things wrong with that. First of all, why do you want me to have a small waist? Secondly, why is that your problem? Is that why you're in school? Is this what they sent you to come and teach me?
Some people are not understanding your subject.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, I was always failing that subject, and I actually went home and I was eating apples all summer, and I was expecting to come to school looking snatched, and I did not come to school looking snatched. I was still the exact same. And now I look back, the sportswear that I used to wear that time, it's not my size anymore. So imagine how small I would have been. I don't know, people just be doing the most. People do the most, especially like, I don't know if I've mentioned in class. I think in classes, because we're auditioning for that Lion and Jewel thing, and then that one history man, I think he has left. I don't know. So if you watch this, no disrespect, but you do too much. And then he was not like, oh, that. Why are you running for? Why are you going for city? Why are you auditioning for city? I should run for Sadiku. And Sadiku is 70 years old. So what are you trying to like? Thank God for another teacher that was there. She was. It's because you're big. Sadiku has body. So when you tie the, I'm like, no matter how hard you try to explain this, there's no justification. There's really, really no justification. And like, even when I see like a plus size person posting on TikTok, I'll not open the comments. The comments will now be like, oh, who else ran to the comments? Who else? I'm like,
if they were a little bit slimmer,
they will comments like, not be the same. My God, you're so gorgeous. You're so beautiful.
And something I feel is really bad is, okay, I think we have it easier. I cannot lie. We have it easier. We're not too big, and
us, right?
We're like, we have a shape at least. Yeah. But if you are big and like, you don't have this type of shape, you're not associated with being the ideal type of girl or anything. Yeah. You're just big.
You're just big.
Box.
They will now be trying to adjust you. Like, okay, so if you look this way, and people are like, oh, that okay, somebody has like. Okay, they want somebody to have the attributes of like a thicker person and the attributes of a slim person joined together. That's the perfect body. Like big hips, then skinny waist of so. I'm like, how does that work? Like they want your arms to be very slim. I'm like, no, that's you can't do something. Mix and match. It's not build a girl. It's not build a girl over here. But like, I feel like even like bigger boys, I think they go through it the most.
Yeah, and they don't notice.
They don't notice. Yeah. It's just so normalized. Like,
laugh about it.
Maybe they are changing in the room now. They just come and slap them. Ew.
No, but they think it's normal. Like, okay, not mentioning names, but specifically in class when there was this boy, and he was just like just standing. He went to the parade to go and do something.
Oh.
And a specific girl said, please, please, can you move this one that you're looking like Wreck-It Ralph? I said, what's going on here?
And people would laugh.
People were laughing. I just said, what? No, stop it.
That particular person that you just mentioned, she's familiar for. Yeah, she is. She's familiar with. I don't know. She's just always making
fun of people.
Making fun of people is really, really, really bad. Even when I just resumed in the school.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly. She was like, that I went to you. No shade to you. No shade to you. No offense. But like, when I just resumed, like when she just resumed, she was like, oh my god, that I just saw your Instagram. You are so beautiful. You're actually so beautiful. When I first saw you, I thought you were a fat fool. I'm like,
how is that making anybody feel better?
And I hear this and I'm supposed to say, oh my god, thank you. You're so nice. Like, I don't know. Have you ever faced like being body shamed by older people, like aunties, uncles?
I can like talk about, let's say, for example, like in my house specifically, no one actually makes you feel too bad about your body size, because I'll give you a heavy load on top of that. It's heavy. But hey, let's say you go to church, and this happened last Sunday. I just looked. I said, "What is going on here?" I was just minding my business, and they were talking about how they wanted to sew materials and things like that, and they said that the yards were too many. That it was too much. They couldn't use all of it. And they now mentioned, "Oh, or someone like Angel can use all of it." I said, what is going on here? I just look, and you're supposed to be preaching how your body is the temple of God. Can you insult the temple of God like that?
That is so.
I was just so
How
confused.
did you react? What did you?
I went back to minding my business.
As for me, I wouldn't even know how to. I would just keep quiet. I'll say, thanks guys. I mean, like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, I've had a similar experience, but not in church, like at my mom's friend's house. So we went, and then she had this friend, and I went upstairs to greet her. Oh, good afternoon, blah 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 blah. And she was like, how are you? That's your mom told me you were working out. I'm not seeing any workout that you're working out. How often do you eat? And I was just like, no, I've been working out. She's like, no, that you've not been working out. Am I not the one that's seeing you? I'm like,
is your workout?
And I was actually really working out. Like, I stopped drinking fizzy drink. I was just trying so hard not to be fat. I'm like, what's the problem with being fat? Like, what?
There's no problem.
There's no problem. There's really no problem. But then everybody thinks, like, of course, like when it starts affecting your health, it becomes a problem.
Naturally.
But then, like, come on, just me being big, me having. I know, like grandmas. I would say that grandmas are like exempted from this entire thing, because when they say that you've added weight, I think they kind of praise you for it.
For real.
Like, oh my baby, see the way you're feeling well. It's very reassuring when they do that.
Joy in that. Like, okay, yes, my child, my grandchild.
And even like, because I'm from Cross River, and then in Cross River they have this thing called, I think, fattening room. So like when you marry a wife or something, they take her to fattening room, and then they feed her all types of things, and then she will, become big, because they see like when somebody is big, it shows that they are really enjoying life. So they take you to your husband's house big, so that if you lose weight, he's not taking care of you properly, and then they can attack him for that. And I'm like, period. So if anybody wants to come for me, I'm like, this is my culture, the way I am right now, that's my culture.
So I think there's this thing that like it's way too common. So let's say as you as a fat person, you want to lose weight, and you're saying you actually want to lose weight, and there are people that will immediately pick up on that. It's like they don't want you to do better. They just say, no, you're perfect the way you are. That's who you are. Stop trying to lose weight.
I feel like those people, they could be doing it for two reasons. One reason, because they already have this mentality that once this person loses weight,
it's over.
Once this person loses weight, is over. Lose weight, his glutes, his hands, this is over. So the person is probably trying to keep you, box you up and keep you there, so that and this one is fat, nobody will see her. But then by the time she gets that body on you, everybody's not. I think that's the major reason why. Probably that's the major reason why.
Because it's actually too common. They're always going to be like, let's say before you were big, people will be like, no, you're so fat, try and lose weight.
When you now start losing weight, it's because they know.
Like, no, but you're like perfect the way you are.
They enjoy you being like the butt of the joke all the time. And I feel like this thing really affects me even when I want to work out. Like, I'll start the workout, then when it's getting hard, and I'll be like, well, Clay, you're perfect the way you are. Why are you stressing yourself? And when I'll stop, then I'll now realize that, look, this person that said this to you, are they being genuine? What if they are setting you up? Will you get up and hop on that? But I feel like even like during that COVID time, were you obsessed with working out?
Yes, I was. It was abnormal.
I was really, really obsessed. Chloe Ting.
Huh?
Chloe Ting.
Nah, I didn't focus on YouTube workouts. I downloaded Workout for Women.
I don't have that kind of commitment. I was on Chloe Ting. Remember when we said we'll do 2 weeks Deji Kish? 2 weeks Deji Kish with green tea, sorry, with green tea diet, and look at us now, Angel. Look at us now.
3 days after I said bye-bye.
I didn't even do it. I think I did it once and I stopped. Can we go back to school? I forgot one major thing. Chubby race. Why do people even think it's okay to do that kind of thing? It's like, okay, people that are fit run first, then the chubby people, they can't run.
They'll set your
You're just they will set you. See, there was a teacher we used to have. Mr. T, no shade, we love you. We miss you, actually. We really miss you. He would now group all the fat people and be like, you guys are going to run. And then when you don't want to do chubby race, you don't say, you're lazy. Exactly, come on, will you? Don't do it. Will you? Exactly. Will you? And I'm like, because you know that I can't run. You now want to make fun of me for not being able to run. Or do they find it amusing when they see like bigger people struggling? Whenever they tell me go and do chubby race, I'll just put my hands in my pockets and I'll walk until.
And that's what I love. Because every chubby person will all stand there
and just be like, you know what? Together we stand. We are not running. We're not doing this at all. Okay, so have you ever had like a situation where you were eating something that people would normally eat, like in a normal portion, like, and people came to like throw you for it because you're big?
Well, like for me personally, like that really can't happen. It's Nigeria. What option do you have to eat?
Right.
Well, like if you open social media and you like just go to like a fat person's page, especially those videos where they'll be like, oh, what I eat in a day, and if you're a big person, everyone's going to be like, why are you eating that? That's why you're fat.
That's like they'll be like, I'm sorry, I think you're eating the wrong things, or this is why you're where you are. Like people just,
or they'll be like, oh, you're trying too hard, especially when you decide to do something healthy. If you're eating something unhealthy, they will complain. If you're eating something healthy, you will complain. What do you want?
I think they just want you to be slim. I think that, like, and it's very, it angers me sometimes. I just
look, I'm like, you can stop, it's not that deep. It's
and
not
then
your food.
Sometimes I just want to be fat as a revenge plan. But like that's very, very dumb. That's very, very dumb. But sometimes I just want to be like, oh, you think I'm bad for being fat? Well, I don't know. You know that trend on TikTok? They're like there's a sound about like, oh, I don't know how to explain it, but then they now put something that people will be scared of. Like for example, like when I see somebody fat phobic, they'll now put their tummy on the table.
For real?
Yeah. Sometimes I just want to be like that, but then at the same time, like I'm not helping myself because I'm still gonna be the joke. I'm still gonna be the everything. But I think
exactly being the joke, like it's being the joke is a problem, but being fat isn't the problem.
Exactly. Yeah,
because being fat is okay.
If you're fat, being fat is okay. Being fat is okay. And
like you're hearing it from fat people.
You're hearing it from fat people. Being fat is extremely okay. It's just, I think we should give a word to the people who attack
fat people. You're the ones that need help. Need help.
So Angel, give a word.
You guys, you need to understand yourselves. like check yourselves, look inside and think, where does my problem lie with fat people? Is it because I'm not fat? Is it because I'm too small? Or is it just that I've seen too many fat people around me? It scares me.
Yes. Are they gonna bite? Are they going to eat you? They're not going to eat you, don't worry. There's more than enough food in this world. There's chicken, there's meat, there's beef. Don't worry.
If you don't want to be eaten, sacrifice some food for us.
You get sacrifice some food for us. Maybe stop eating junk food. Just just
offerings.
Leave the world for us. Don't worry. I think maybe just the two of us, we can actually get fat enough to take the whole. Maybe maybe that's what they are scared of. Maybe all the fat people will just decide to expand. Maybe.
You guys don't worry. We'll help you guys.
We'll help you guys. Yeah, we'll save you. Okay, guys. I think that's it for today. We just want to motivate you. If you're fat and you want to stay fat, as long as it's not affecting your health, you're fine. And if you're fat and you want to lose weight. Like, I feel like
whatever you want,
do whatever.
Doesn't mean you're positioned to a certain thing you can't do. If you're fat, go and run. If you want to run. Be part of slim people races.
Exactly. And teachers, stop doing chubby race. Please stop doing chubby race. It's not, and they don't do it as part of like the sports. They do it as entertainment.
Because they want those slim people to finish running, cool down and watch us.
Exactly.
Like, sit down with popcorn, just enjoy.
Which is very wrong and degrading. So please stop. And I think you should give a word to friends that fat shame their own friends.
Telling your friends that, you're not fat, you're chubby, doesn't help the situation, especially when you're the loudest person in the room saying that. It's embarrassing. It doesn't help. You're doing too much. Please stop.
Relax a bit.
And trying to advise your friends on which workouts to do. Personally, I think if you don't have the same experiences as me, you shouldn't be advising me. Because let's say you've lost weight and you're a fat person, you lost weight, you're slim now. I understand, talk to me. But if you've been like an average size person your whole life, you're okay, you're used to it, you cannot come and be advising me. I don't see you on the same level as me at all. So it's just really bad. And just stop calling out people for being fat.
Exactly.
It's not something you need to call out. I see myself every day in the mirror. We see ourselves every day in the mirror.
We're aware.
We know we're fat. We don't need like
a reminder all the time.
If I needed one, I'll set a reminder on my phone.
Exactly. We don't need a painful reminder. Like, thank you.
Yeah, just like get help.
Yeah, get help. Exactly. Seek help. Yeah.
So
don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment if you relate to anything that we have said. Bye.